Hello dear viewer! This is my new favorite spaceship made for the inner planets, fully relying on laser turrets for asteroid defense. I designed this ship during one of my live streams on Twitch, and I'm using it to transport all kinds of goods and science packs between all the inner planets. Platform weight doesn't really matter, but the ship's width is a deciding factor when it comes to acceleration and top speed. Which is why I constructed the platform in a narrow 26 tile wide but vertically elongated manner. In order to generate the required power for the lasers, 40 megawatts on average and over 100 megawatts peak, we utilized two nuclear reactors with circuit logic to control fuel cell insertion. This setup requires about 10 nuclear fuel cells per hour when traveling non-stop between the planets. There are a couple of solar panels which reduce nuclear energy consumption to zero when not currently defending against asteroids. 12 cargo bays provide a huge amount of cargo space. Since we don't have to produce magazines like traditional gun turret ships, there's no need to put items on the circular belt other than asteroid chunks. This also simplifies the necessary production chains. No furnaces or foundries needed. Just asteroid crushing and reprocessing to turn oxide asteroids into water for the nuclear reactor and fuel production. Carbonic asteroids into carbon for thruster fuel and metallic asteroids for the production of thruster oxidizer. The asteroid collectors are controlled by circuit logic to make sure we never have more than 120 asteroids of each type on the belt. Two collectors in the front are sufficient for continuous operation. The reprocessing of asteroids is mandatory for the ship because the nuclear reactors consume a lot of water. We have to turn some metallic and carbonic asteroids into oxide ones. I installed circuit logic to control the amount of reprocessing. The decider combinator setting is very simple. We reprocess when the amount of metallic and carbonic asteroids is higher than the number of oxide asteroids. Because having enough water at all times is of utmost importance, water will only be available for the production of fuel when there are at least 8,000 units of water present in the water storage tanks. Other than asteroid reprocessing, which is a 500 science pack Vulcanus technology, you have to obviously unlock nuclear energy and have a decent amount of laser damage. You must have at least laser damage level 6 and all laser speed levels. By default, the ship is throttled for a maximum speed of 100 km per second. But as your laser damage increases, the possible top speed does too. At level 8 you can travel at over 150 km per second. With level 12 you can go full throttle at 270 km per second. Going this fast requires updates to the quality of the chemical plants and better modules to keep up with fuel production. I will add multiple blueprints with optimized throttling, quality and modules for different stages of the game. If you want to know how throttling works exactly, I made a video about it a couple of weeks ago. You'll find it in the top right corner and description. Other than my previous ships, this one has an additional feature that turns off the fuel pump when the ship is in a planet's orbit or paused thrust. This prevents the thrusters and pipes from accumulating fuel, leading to higher than desired speeds immediately after leaving a planet's orbit. Unfortunately, using this logic prevents the ship from leaving orbit for the very first time. There has to be at least a single unit of fuel in the thrusters, else the game doesn't update the moving from and moving to destinations. To make a long story short, click the pump controlling the thruster oxidizer and double-click the Enable/Disable checkbox. You only have to do this the very first time the ship is supposed to go on its first journey. I'm sure you will have a lot of fun using this ship for your interplanetary logistics. Just get the blueprints in the description below. Okay, thanks, bye.